begin. My friend, I'm sending you back into the world of Dungeons and Dragons, to the town of Fallcrest. As always, everyone believes their reality to be the one true reality. You've developed a reputation around Fallcrest for being a loyal and capable defender of the once great city. Yet you still work at a humble tavern and live in a room above it with your pet dire rat, Skaven, who you've been keeping in secret. You've developed a wide array of useful skills and abilities, but they are mundane, and you wish to learn magic.
Absolutely.
Well, there's no time like the present. You've learned much in your time bartending. You've overheard a lot of stories. You've picked up on the local lore. And you have heard of an old wizard who lives north of Fallcrest, named Gandorf. From what you know, he used to live in the city of Fallcrest when it was at its height, but moved out after it fell. Spent the next years training people that he felt had potential. But then, so the story goes, he had a pupil that went bad. No one's quite sure what happened, but he stopped teaching after that. That was decades ago. Few have seen him since. Your quest: seek out the wizard Gandorf and convince him to take you on as a pupil.
Do people know like where he moved to?
Yes.
Okay.
Fallcrest is here. His tower is said to be here, between the fork and the rivers.
Okay.
It's roughly a 3 or 4 hour walk on foot. Yeah, to get there. You have the day off, so you can do as you like.
I just realized you got 50 gold.
You arrive in your avatar, which is sleeping in bed. Your eyes open.
I'll wake him up.
As you awaken, the sound of hammers echo out across town as the ruins of Fallcrest are slowly being rebuilt. Thanks to you.
All right.
What do you do?
I will feed Skaven. Give him a little pet.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him stay here, kill anyone that comes in.
Obviously.
Usual stuff. And I'll head downstairs. I'm gonna be wearing. Actually, I'll wear my guard's outfit
Cool.
because that's gonna be part of the impression I want to put on this guy.
Sure, absolutely.
So,
All right, dress up and gear up.
walk downstairs.
We come downstairs to the tavern area. Carl has a pouch of coins for you. Tells you that the council sent a guard to drop this off for you. It's your payment for helping to recover the stolen goods.
Nice.
50 gold pieces. You head out, and you don't get more than a few steps, then local town folk see you, recognize you, that everyone's heard by now how you recovered the stolen goods yesterday. So everyone's talking, and you get a lot of waves and smiles, and people call out thank you, and
You're our hero.
yeah, right.
Someone gonna walk up, give you a flower.
You can see even where you are that the market area is bustling. And the day before it was like a ghost town because supplies were so low. But now everyone's got supplies have been replenished, and the place is very busy. What do you plan to do?
Right, think. I want to bring this guy a gift. Kind of some Brian points. I'm trying to think of what to get. Like something. I'm thinking food. Something, something of high quality. It's not like, it's depending on what the city can offer. Like maybe a nice cheese or some kind of nice meat. Maybe a nice wine or something. Just as like a friendly gift.
Do you inquire of one of those vendors.
Yeah.
Or all of them, if they have anything
Anything
special,
maybe
something
say
hidden away.
exotic or-
that's,
yeah.
maybe not on display that they have.
Yeah, I'll ask around.
Mm.
If you guys need anything else, you just let me know. I'm on top of it.
So you head to the market and you got 50 gold. Boring a hole through your pocket. Well, I will tell you.
I just draw some ideas or something.
You inquire to each of them. And, fortunately, they all have specialty goods stashed away for some of the wealthier folk who live in Hightown. They'll sometimes give little special things, specials to them that they can't afford to keep a lot of on hand for normal people that just can't afford. But there are some specialty cheeses. There's a very fine bottle of wine. Even some rare, hard to find preserved meat.
I think meat. That should be good. Doesn't like meat.
Okay, so what kind of meat would you like it to be? It could be a rare form of deer. Maybe something that only the elves are able to hunt effectively.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
They're like really quick and
or their terrain is just harder to get to, and it takes the elves like deep in the woods to get
I like
there.
that. Alright.
Alright.
What's that gonna run me?
Roll 2d10 plus 5.
Alright.
Right down the middle.
Nice. So 15?
15 gold pieces.
I had a math for a second. Super deer meat acquired.
Rare elven venison.
Say it's in a nice packaging too.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think there's any gift wrapping shop nearby.
Right. No, he
So
gives
it
you
comes
his
up good.
he gives you his best wrapping and wraps it very neatly and nicely, so it looks like a nice little gift that could be presented.
Where you get the Felcrest logo on there somewhere.
Right.
They won't know where I'm from, but I just like presenting the logo. You know, I'm all about the Felcrest.
Absolutely.
So, nice. All right, that I think is good to go.
Okay. Head out of town north.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
could just follow the river, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, just
Absolutely.
do that.
Just follow the
Just a little stroll along the river.
The river's edge is hugged with a line of tall grass for the most part. Occasionally there are rocky outcroppings. This is a rocky hill land, so you get some of that. A few clusters of trees here and there, some that even dot out into the water. The river itself varies from between 50 to 200 feet wide. From what you've heard, can vary in depth from 10 feet to 50 feet.
Keep walking as a helmet across this thing later. Maybe there's a bridge I haven't seen yet. We'll see.
Roll local knowledge.
9.
All right. You've heard that there's an old stone bridge that crosses the water at the fork. But it is old, crumbling, and untended from another time. You continue forward for about an hour and a half. You get tired, and you've already guzzled through most of your water in your canteen. However, the further along you go, the more difficult it gets to get close to the water, to get some fresh water to scoop up. But after about an hour and a half, the river pours out to a small little inlet. A small, rocky island covered with lake trees. Around its edge, pebbled beach. So it's more easy access than over here, which is rocks, super tall grass, seaweed, and bugs galore. Looks like as good a place as any to take a little rest and fill your canteen.
Man, I'll check the island for loot. How deep is like the water? Is it clear? Can I see to the bottom?
Looks crystal clear.
Is it just something I can like walk through, or is it?
Walk right up to it, walk into it if you want. It's a slow, gradual thing you could wade.
I'm curious to see what's on that island. Just for the fun of it, because I like that. Treat it like a video game.
Sure.
Yes, there might be something there. You never know.
Roll search.
13.
13. You see that there's a small cave mouth. A large cluster of rocks.
Sweet.
Leads into a
I'm
dark
still
cave.
going in there.
The water, it looks like, as you move through, it about comes up to your waist and doesn't seem to go much deeper.
That's not too bad. Alright. Let's head inside. Gonna keep my ears perked. Break out the lantern once it gets too dark.
You get about halfway across, and you think you see movement. Not just a little fish. Between you and the cave mouth, you see movement
In the water.
water.
Alright. Well, I'm look
And
at
it's
it,
not just
keep an eye
like
on it.
passive movement. You get an aggressive feeling from the movement.
Start backing up a little bit and pull out the crossbow. I'm kind of want to basically start slowly like backing up, but also kind of circling off to the side here
Sure.
to try to get a look at it or gauge
Yeah.
its reaction.
You move away.
Let's roll the meat at it. Leave me alone.
Right. And it turns to follow you, and you can see, you can't, because it's a ways away from you, you can't see it like perfectly, and it's through water distortion. Even through crystal clear water, you're not going to see things as if there were air from that distance.
Right. There's something there.
There
And
is
it's like,
something there,
and it knows that I'm here.
and it knows that you're here, and it bows around, continuing its pursuit towards you.
Alright, I'm just gonna get out of this water right now. Turn on.
You turn around and bail? All right. You run for the beach.
I punch the water, the ring behind me, let me judge me on it.
Right. But this thing is faster than you are on land, and you're in the water. And you can like almost feel it bearing down on you. And you're nearly to the beach, and you take one look back, and out from the water bursts what looks like a halfling version of the creature from the Black Lagoon. It's like a little fish man with, black eyes and some
Yeah, it's
gills,
kinda like a-
scaly creature.
Fish, dude.
It's a water bandit. It leaps out. You charge towards the beach. It bursts out behind you and jumps to make a grapple. Roll initiative.
Oh, cool. Then
You have a -2 because you're back to it, and you're running through water.
I'm running fair.
All
I
right.
got a 7. I barely lost after the 3.
All right. He's got a +4. All right. 12. Do you lose it?
Oh, yeah.
And take the attack attempt, or the grapple attempt.
Yeah.
All right. He then makes.
Let's have the scene play like that because it's a little funnier that way.
Yeah, right. Okay, he's got a +5 to attack, making a touch attack on you. Your dex is 1,
+1, yeah.
+1, 11. Leaps onto your back and tries to grab and claw around at you, but you're quick. You're quicker than he is, and you just like twist your body and wrench one of his hands off, and he goes flying, twisting off, splashes back into the water as he set foot onto the beach.
Alright. So I still got the crossbow in one hand, so I'm going to, if I'm not on the shore yet, I want to get
Yeah,
just
you were just a
onto
few
the
feet away,
beach area,
and then yeah.
just so I can have my ground. And I'm turning the crossbow on him, and I'm just a shot. Well, it's best if he's in the water, just like at him.
Sure.
Not bad with 13. Alright, total would be 15.
All right. It would hit, but the water takes the steam out of the bolt. Oh, it'll even slow down bullets to ineffective if you're
Yeah.
just like this far.
Did not think about that. Well, I'm freaking out, so.
Yeah, you gotta do something,
This
right?
is how we learn.
right. And he certainly flinches back from it. You see that he alters his direction slightly when it comes flying at him. His instincts kick in. He doesn't know that it's not going to hit him. So
Nice.
it swims off very quickly with great agility back towards cave.
Take this guy in his own element. Alright, I'm gonna stand there for a moment, sheathe the crossbow. I think this through. Okay, he's got the advantage on me.
You have a ring.
Dude.
You have luck points. You have success points. So if you really want to make something happen, you can make it happen.
Alright. I'll pull out the shield. Shield and sword. And I'm going to do the equivalent of like a water waddle like charge at him so I can't run. So I kind of move as fast as possible in the water.
Alright.
At him.
You see him vanish off into the darkness of this cave. Move forward.
Yep.
Alright. You get to the cave mouth.
Now does the water continue to remain waist deep in here?
It actually comes up a little bit
Okay.
as you near the mouth. That could change.
Yeah, this thing could be completely underwater for all I know. Well, mostly. It's an adventure. Who knows? It could be my death in there.
Right. There's a little light being reflected in. You can just barely kind of make out the very roughest of dimensions of the place. And at the far end, you see kind of a natural sort of stairway leads up to another cave mouth that is just too dark to see past from where you are. The rest is just completely full of water. And you
Alright.
oh, I should say, the room itself is about 40 feet to the other end. About 60 or so feet this way.
Okay. So the light spans in for a little ways. But I can just trying to determine how well I can see. Right now I want to stand at the entrance here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to turn my sword sideways and like kind of beat the water. And I got my shield up. I'm waiting to see if these things just are going to come at me again.
Okay.
And with that, can I like see where this thing is right now?
It's too dark in the cavern.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So I'm trying to I want to try to see if I can go it towards me, into the well lit area as possible.
Sure.
For,
keep tapping.
Advantage.
All right. We'll do that.
I really don't want to fight this thing If they got a lantern, and even if it survives somehow, I can't really use it with the weapons out.
What do you do?
I'm gonna head towards the opposite of the entrance over there.
Mm-hmm.
And while I do, just try to listen as best as possible to make listen checks and search checks and whatever checks necessary. Looking around constantly, obviously very aware that this thing is somewhere in here. And there might be more. I don't know.
You make your way forward, and it steeply and quickly grows deeper.
Damn it.
And after about 7 or 8 feet, you feel like you're almost up to your neck.
This is not good. Alright. Let's see, play around here. I want to see if I back out where it's not as deep. If I start to circle around the cave, if it maintains that width, so if it's like a bow, if I can actually get away all the way around without it sinking in. So I'm going to experiment.
Sure.
And
you find that is in fact the case. You have to keep very close to the wall. And you sometimes have to grab onto the wall to keep your balance because it's not perfect. At some points it does drop off rather steeply. So it takes some skill and you move slowly across. Yeah.
That's fine for me.
But you find that the further in you go, the more your vision adapts to the darkness and you feel like you can see a little bit more clearly than before. You get about halfway across and you feel a hand seize your ankle and tug you down. He gets a free touch attack on you, so we have to roll grapple, which I'll give him a +2 advantage, so it's a +7. 12. 12 grapple. Oh! Or be dragged under.
So 11 points, huh? That's literally a third of what I've got. But we don't want to go in the water. Yeah, let's do it.
Spend the points.
I
Alright.
can't. No, all of a sudden I have to start holding my breath and it's
All right, yeah, all right. You kick fast and hard, and with both your feet, grab onto the rocks. Just kind of knock his grip off you with all your force. And the rocks are kind of jagged here and good for climbing. So with a climb of 8, I would allow you to kind of pull yourself up and away from him, out of the water, taking yourself out of his advantage terrain.
yeah, that'll work. All right. 14.
All right, you scurry up, grabbing one rock, going from one rock to another, and getting your feet up and clear of the water, slightly off to the side as the cavern kind of continues to bow into its oval form. And you see a little face peer up with the bulbous eyes, look up at you, blink.
Now, am I able to scale this wall sideways at all, or no?
Yeah, it'll take a while, even
I
longer.
think, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. While constantly looking down at the wire.
You continue on along slowly, taking 10, I imagine.
Yeah.
He does not pop back up. You get back to the cave mouth.
And pause button on this real quick. I think.
Perhaps you may come back later, better prepared.
I was gonna use the yes and no question, but
Oh,
you just kind of answered it.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, that works.
It would help if you had a little more light.
Ah, right. Right on.
You continue north. After another hour and a half or so, you spot the crumbling bridge off in the distance.
Now is this I'm just walking towards it, obviously. Is this bridge usable? I can actually walk over it? Is it to the point where it's cause I'm just considering down the road fixing this thing up just because who wants to use this bridge?
Right, right. Oh, it is long fallen out of disrepair. And you can see that it crosses over, when it gets to the forks, you see that there are some violent rapids that go either way. And the bridge crosses over and kind of through and along the rapids. And from all the water beating into the base of it over the years, no repair. It's little pieces come out one at a time and other pieces fall with it. And it does not look like you would ever want to try to get a wagon across it by any means. Maybe a person if they walk carefully.
How long is this bridge?
It's about 50 feet wide, 50 feet long. Then a narrow part, then the fork. 50 feet long. And it is badly crumbled along the edges. And over the sides, there are just violent rapids. Either way. And beyond the bridge, in the middle of the fork, you see an old stone tower. Just looks like a freestanding tower, 50, 60 feet tall.
I see it across this bridge, obviously. Now, the only thing I can think of is kind of
You move forward very
Absolutely.
carefully.
on the sturdiest looking parts that I can
Yeah.
determine or gauge.
There used to be railings that kept the top part of the mist and water splashing from reaching there, but those are badly eroded, so every once in a while you get a spurt of water that just kind of splashes over the edge, going this way.
This isn't like Noah's Ark at all.
Right. I'm going this way. Move forward. Roll dex, don't botch. We'll at least make it halfway across. You move, and some of the stones are wobbly and wet. And
This is a very uncomfortable experience.
yeah, exactly. You have, and the further you go, the more you feel like something is just gonna give way, and you're just gonna fall and tumble or something. It's a very uneasy feeling. You get about halfway across, and a big splash of water lunges out at you. Roll reflex. 15. Or be swept aside.
Let's see now. I'll do it. These are difficulties I'd like to avoid. Scott Grayman realizes his fear of drowning twice in one day.
The water splashes you and with great force, and your footing was already unsteady to begin with. You twist and lunge to the side so as not to be just carried back, and you do so with great deftness. You skid, and it hurts. You bust up your knees, and you slide and you skid, and you kind of slide into a crumbling part of the railing wall that used to be there. Slam into it, a couple of rocks go flying off into the water.
Terrified. Alright, regain my composure as best as I can. So if I continue on, I have to try to back away from any exposed weakened edges as quickly as possible and try to get off this bridge as quickly as possible.
You just push yourself forward the last few steps, almost think like a last lunge towards the end.
Yeah.
And
tuck and roll.
Right. One last wave kind of splashes up, spurts behind you as you cross over solid footing on the other side.
I just lay down for more, panting, take a little rest.
And you catch your breath. All right, you're safe. Tower lies ahead.
Front door, windows, anything?
You see a single large wooden door facing south.
Walk right up in. Maybe we'll knock on it.
You give it a knock. Nothing. You see that there is just a simple handle, but no lock.
I'll heal it to try to see if the door actually opens. It's like, slow.
Mm-hmm. It pushes open. No resistance.
Huh. As I'm opening it slowly, I'll call out, hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Anytime, call later.
Echoes up into the tower. It is a large, empty tower. And at the far end is an ornate wooden door.
When I look up, the tower's just like a stone circle of nothing.
Bare.
Weird. Is there any light in here? I'll open the door all the way in that case.
There are 4 little slits near the top of the tower.
Okay.
They are heavily overgrown with moss, and tiny little streaks get through, just barely enough.
Alright. I'll walk over there to the door.
Head over to the other door.
I'll knock on that one.
Give a knock, and it feels sturdy, strong. You wait a few moments, then you hear a click on the door. Creaks open. An old wizard, long white beard, gray cloak, gray hat, long white hair. Pushes the door open, peeks outside, looking at you. He says, "Yes? Well?"
I introduce myself as Scott Grayman. I tell him that I've heard of him. Obviously, since I got here. And I understand that he no longer teaches magic to others. However, I am on a quest to restore the city of Fellcrest to its former glory. And I would like him to help me. As I understand, he used to live when it was all beautiful. I want to bring that back. That's my motivation.
He says, "Well, I'm sorry you came all this way. I no longer teach the arcane arts. Sorry for your wasted efforts."
Yeah, it was not easy getting here.
No, I imagine not.
'Cause I did bring something for you, though. Just a gift. Appreciation. I give him the...
He kind of looks at it. Says, what is this?
Don't say a bribe, don't say a bribe, don't say a bribe.
He's asking what kind of meat it is.
Oh, I tell him, say whatever the deer's specific breed is. I'm not sure whatever it be. It's
Sure.
elf deer. You put him that. I tell him that's, it's a rare.
Elf hunted
Yeah,
deer?
it's a rare delicacy
Mm.
in this area.
Oh, well, I've not had that in many years.
He takes it, looks at you, and says,
Well, you've come all this way. At least come in and rest before you return home.
he opens the door. And you look inside a grand hallway with other doors, tall arches leading off. And you understand this to be something similar to a magnificent mansion spell.
Oh, okay.
This is just a door. There's really nothing past here on the outside world.
Right, yeah,
It's
on
an
the
extra
outside world,
dimensional
there's
space.
a wall.
Yeah.
Nice. That's the only way to do it for you. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick smoke break.
Yeah, by all means.
And then we'll,
yeah, it's a good time for one.
give me some time to think about how to convince this guy
Yeah.
about threatening his life.
Right. Well, you can, if all else fails, you can make it down. You can have him say something general and take it to a charisma roll, and then use a success point, and that will automatically get you that.
Oh.
But that's spending a success point.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you'll get one back for completing
True.
the mission. So
That might be a good way of going about it.
So you can at least think of something that might be the inclination that tips him over the edge to, okay, He leads you inside. The grand mansion fit for a wizard. He leads you down a hallway, and you see things floating around. And not just all over the place, but almost as if being carried by invisible beings. Servants, though unseen.
Right. Unseen servant, so to speak.
I wouldn't put it that way, but yes.
Oh, sounds like a spell.
It might be. You see books being carried around, brooms, buckets full of water, things being cleaned. And you walk around and you see that there are mops at work. He leads you into a large sitting room. Couch and chairs huddled around a large hearth. Beckons you to have a seat.
Sit down.
He hands off the meat to an unseen servant who takes it, and he commands the unseen servant to prepare it for him. It floats off towards the kitchen. You sit down. Feels good to sit down on a nice, comfortable couch after all you've been through.
Yeah, yeah, I imagine.
He says,
Can I get you some wine?
I could go for a drink.
He and bottle and glass of wine float towards you. The cork and the bottle pours it just perfectly into the glass and floats it down in front of you.
Take it.
There you have a drink. And it is delicious. Strong.
It's magically delicious.
And it makes you not want to stand up for a few years, at least. Just sit there and bask in the pleasant and swift inebriation that it brings. Suddenly you feel great.
Nice. So, I ask him if he's familiar with what's going on.
He takes a seat and holds a hand out. And the wine comes over to him and is placed in his hand.
He says, Yes, I watch from afar.
I ask him if he's heard of me. Kind of have sooner in my head that he hopefully it does. If he's observant and he's aware of me.
He says, oh yes, weren't you the one who went out with the elf and the dwarf the other day? The kobolds, wasn't it?
Nasty little things. Knows me. Help secure some nails and supplies for rebuilding Felcrest.
He says, well done. I suppose they could use more like you.
So I tell him I do the goal to restore Felcrest to its former glory, and I understand that he has a history of training apprentices, but one of them went rogue. Let's say.
His face goes, kind of drops when you say this, but lets you continue speaking.
And I tell him that I believe learning to use magic will help me in my quest to restore Felcrest over time.
He goes quiet for a while. It's easier to resist teaching again when he's locked away by himself. But to have someone come and ask for help again clearly has moved him. He is experiencing an inner turmoil. Roll charisma. 17 or higher to sway him.
Use one of those 320s I had before. Actually, I haven't used one yet, and I want this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna use this at this point.
Okay, absolutely. In that case, he experiences a long moment of inner turmoil. Then something in his eyes changes. Takes a long sip of wine. Lets it settle. And says,
Well, if I were to teach you, how would you use your powers to strengthen Falkrest?
Now I know that there's an orc tribe somewhere nearish by Felcrest, isn't there? Like underground or something? Like because we've had attacks.
yeah, spies, or scouts, rather.
I'll bring up that as one point. Mention that there are orcs that attack Felcrest now and then. Having magic will help me, let's say, disperse them permanently, so they're no longer a threat to the city.
A noble goal.
He says,
Are you sure you know what you're asking? It'll take months, perhaps years, to get you to a point where you can train yourself.
I nod. I understand. I tell them that I respect and understand the dedication required to utilize magic, and I respect its potential to be dangerous, and know that this is not a toy, so to speak. Like a mad love for magic.
and pulls out a gold key. Holds it out towards you, lets go, and an unseen servant passes it out.
This key will turn any mundane door into a portal that will lead you here. So you need not trek back and forth. Tell no one, of course.
Absolutely.
Well, and we begin tomorrow. At dawn.
I thank him wholeheartedly. Maybe, like I say, we banter a little bit and have a little back and forth before I leave, kind of.
Sure. In fact, as you're bantering and sipping your wine, an unseen servant arrives with a platter and 2 plates with a meat
right,
specially
awesome.
prepared. So the 2 of you are able to dine upon it, and it is quite delicious. When you've finished, he rises to his feet, walks over to your chair,
And says, well, I'll send you on your way.
and pats you on the shoulder. And with that, you teleport back
Nice.
to the woods just outside of Falcrest. Right near where you first appeared, in fact.
at my game start.
Right. Yep.
My spawning point. That's all I did. He just recalled me to my spawning point.
No one sees you, up here, short distance outside town.
See, that's another idea for magical items down the road.
Mm.
World of Warcraft have called Hearthstone. In the game, it's a
Oh
stone
yeah,
that
totally.
lets
Oh
you
yeah, yeah,
go
yeah,
back
yeah.
to your hometown.
Oh yeah, I played. Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, totally.
You can see it down the road, like if I go off on some far adventure, like, alright, time to go back.
Fall crest.
It's basically teleportation, but neater. Alright. Awesome idea with the door.
Mm.
Okay, so
It's midday. Then you're beat. That was a long
Yeah.
walk.
it's been a good day. I still got a buzz going on.
You want to rest up and maybe read from the Book of the Hill Folk? You're getting towards the end of it, and once you complete it, you'll get another intelligence point.
Nice.
As well as several points of local knowledge for what's all included in that book.
Do that.
All right. You finish out the day and do some bartending at night. The place is busy. Regularly busy. Busier than ever. And Carl, this evening, has even brought on an extra hand. Looks like a teenage farm boy who's just here making some extra money. Skinny kid just off and back. He's washing dishes, keeping things moving along while you and Carl both bartend, keeping everybody busy. And people want to talk to you. You're an up-and-coming local celebrity.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Mm-hmm. Roll 3d6, and that's how much silver you get in tips.
Nice, I'll take it.
All right. 1 gold piece, essentially.
It's a good night.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you're pretty exhausted after a full night's work, so you head to bed. And in the morning, well, you're ready to go off to see the wizard.
I'm just gonna wear my my nice tailored clothes.
Your fine
like
clothing,
the
clothing. Yeah,
The logo on it. I don't need my armor for this. I don't think.
yeah. Right. You needed it for the trek, but not
Yeah.
for this. All right.
And,
we can say you have a small closet door.
So I'm kind of wondering how it works. Like, can I just like use it on my own door?
Yeah.
Like,
Just turn it in the door, and instead of walking out into the hall,
Yep. Yeah.
you open into the entry chamber.
That's kind of that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
I'm
happens.
leaving my room, but
Mm-hmm.
going from
Instead of a cheap little tavern hall,
Yeah.
it's a grand wizard's hall.
Yeah.
And you-
All right. I'll walk down the hallway. I'm back, baby.
The wizard pops out from around the corner. He's reading a tome. He's got it in his hand and looks up at you, hands it off to an unseen servant, and strides toward you. And gestures you towards one of many hallways. Takes you to a small study with many runes and glyphs and magical arcane writings on large pieces of papers and scrolls and like jumbo posters almost with big glyphs and whatnot. Kind of overwhelming at first. And at the far end of the room, there is a large, like a big square poster of paper, parchment, on a drawing board.
Okay.
And on that paper, there is ink, lines. Strange, but very arcane in nature. The ink is glowing.
Maybe it should be kind of like a purplish bluish.
Purplish blue? Alright. It's
little sheen to it.
glowing. It's a swirling mesh of purplish blue energy, like midnight blue and rich
That's
deep
good. That's a
purple.
good color for magic, in my opinion. I like that.
Me too.
It's like if magic missile had a color, that would be the color.
yeah,
That was
totally.
me.
And that is what you see. Now, he leads you up to it, shows you how each are marked with a different digit number for your fingers to trace.
Okay.
And as you trace over them, he tells you that you will absorb the magic into your being as you learn the motions of a spell.
Ah, nice.
He tells you to begin slowly, and once you've mastered the forms, then to increase your speed. And,
After a while, I'll be like doing this very rapidly.
right. And he shows you with a very quick and nimble gesture. He carries it out, and split second later, glowing light emits from the palm of his hand.
Nice.
He takes it, reaches out for a brush that he had used to mark it with, that is sitting off in a cup nearby. It's pulled over to him, either mage hand or an unseen servant. In any case, takes it in the glowing hand, and the luminescence begins to spread to the object itself. Flips it over to you. You catch it? Yep. And you can feel the glowing, and you can feel like a buzz of magical energy coming off it. It's faint, but it's there. And then he makes a little gesture, and it looks like the reverse of what it is. And it turns back into it, just a normal paintbrush.
Very cool.
You set it back in the cup aside. And he says,
I'll leave you to it.
much to do. He turns, heads out. And you begin, one motion at a time.
A magic montage.
Yeah, exactly. As the magic montage goes through, you get better and better, and quicker and quicker. And in fact, we see the days go by of you standing there, better and better, quicker and quicker. And we'll have you roll later for how many tips you get during the night. But several days pass until you are very deft and adept at these motions. All right. Now, to master this art, to get it down right, and to do it quickly, but if you get a higher number, make the DC, which is 15, he is very impressed and is very eager to continue your training.
All right, roll it up now.
Yep. Intelligence. In fact, as the days pass,
I was gonna ask
in your
about
free
that.
time, you finish
The
off
book,
the Book
yeah.
of the Hill Folk and receive a
I was
+1.
gonna
to your
ask about that. I'm
intelligence.
like, oh, I'll wait till
Now you get a bonus.
later on.
Mm-hmm.
If you give me that or not,
Yeah.
that works.
Very nice.
Roll the DC.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Beat it by 1.
Paid by my new bonus.
Yeah. So you do even better than
Cool.
you would have hoped for. The time comes, and he asks you to demonstrate before him.
All right. I will.
He brings out, well, all right.
Let's see, yeah, let's
all right, yeah. First, he asks you to demonstrate just doing the lines in the air with no aid. So you trace them through very quickly and fluidly, and he seems very impressed. He then pulls out a very small silk pouch, hands it over to you, and inside you see a small amount of glowing spell powder. He says,
Just a pinch. Rub it between your fingers.
Interesting.
so you take a little bit and
It's kind of like.
Mhm.
Okay. Talking about like all fingers that you use to trace. Is that the idea?
Yep.
Okay. And then
Again.
go through motions again.
as you do, it like magic crackles and traces around as the spell powder burns up. Complete it very quickly. There's like little bright flashes and traces that kind of linger in the air
That
behind
time
it.
of fireworks.
Yeah, yeah. Different from when he was doing it. He didn't seem to even need any spell powder for his, and there was no flare. But it is bright, and then after a quick, brief flash, you complete the motion, and a permanent, bright light shines from the center of your hand.
Nice.
For succeeding and doing so well, you receive 3 luck points. And for completing the quest of training, since now you are technically trained at a spell, you receive 1 success point and 5 luck points.
Excuse me, I have a nymph. Sweet. So, am I allowed to go back to that cave, or is that...
Yeah, absolutely. On
Alright.
your time, yeah. Your training will continue. This is only the beginning.
Naturally.
He tells you...
Well, I'm good with 1 spell.
Right. He gives you a larger bag of spell powder that is yours just to use to practice with. He tells you that in time, he will teach you to make spell powder yourself, so that you can go out, find the key ingredients, and make your own.
Nice.
And there are many forms, strains and potency levels of spell powder. Some can let you cast spells far more powerfully than they otherwise would.
I'm assuming you made that up?
Yes. Now your spell casting ability is more limited to your access to spell powder,
Right.
and it's also based on your fortitude, or not your fortitude, your constitution.
Okay.
So you
It's
like
kind of
go
a neat
into
little
shock.
thing of like the power of magic. You can't just be like, I'm gonna uber cast everything. It's like,
Yeah.
it takes too much out of you.
Yeah,
physically.
you literally become exhausted past a normal point. The normal point, you can cast as much as you like, you're not exhausted. But past that, it starts to take a toll on you.
Cool. I can remove that.
Once you're able to cast the light, he then shows you how simple it is to simply touch something to the source of it. And you feel the power drain into the item. It could be a coin, copper, anything at all. You pick up a bolt, a crossbow bolt.
Yep.
You light up a crossbow bolt with your hand, hold it in the other, and he then tells you to do it in reverse. And you've been learning forwards and backwards naturally. So you're able to, and when you do that, you feel another little magical link connection as you kind of sever it, and it fades away.
Alrighty.
You are now proficient in the light spell.
Sweet.
It lasts for 1 second. You can actually learn to extend the spell. It lasts for about a minute and then will fade if you let it. But if you focus on keeping it going, you don't feel like you need to recast it. You do kind of feel like a draining of your natural energy going into keeping the thing alight. And you do some experimentation with that with your own time, as you now have some personal spell powder, and you can see what its limitations and feelings are. And even as you're in bed reading or something, I mean, you could light the book reading.
Yeah.
With it freaks Skaven out, but he gets used to it.
Okay. So,
well, this is what happens next is up to you. You would just say that you gear up, return to the cave. What do you do?
Gear up, sword, shield, crossbow. I may need more than 1 bolt. We'll see. Going to walk up to the entrance, and I got the crossbow in my hands. I'm going to cast light on the crossbow and fire it as best I can into the center of the pool.
You wade over to the cave mouth uneventfully.
So, did we describe what this ring specifically looks like? Did you give any thought to that? Because I had an idea if it matters or not.
What do you want it to look like?
Well, I like hammers for Monster Hunter is my favorite weapon.
Sure.
And keep it pretty simple. I know it's gold ring, but can I make it silver? Does it matter? I like silver more.
It's a silver ring.
Alright. I just like to have like a flat face to it, like a round flat face. The little hammer icon. Very, very simple, like almost like a T. And it sticks out from the ring a little.
I dig it.
Very, very basic, but
Yeah.
it looks
right
looks kind of mundane, but
yeah. Cool. All right.
and it's on my right hand. That's not why it's important. He swings the sword to his left, but for some reason, like if I imagine punching something, I'd punch with my right.
All right.
So that's where
Cool.
it's at.
Cool.
Okay. So I will light up a bolt and fire it into the middle of a body of water.
All right. It goes under and casts a bright light. It doesn't illuminate everything, but it illuminates kind of like this portion here quite well. And you see a flutter of motion go over here into the darkness.
I'm yelling out, I see you, and I'll even like point the way he went. I'm coming for you. Let's light this place up. Do 2 more bolts. Here and here. I don't want this guy to have any hiding spots.
It illuminates with 3 bolts of light shining up through the water and casting that cool wavy
on the
water
walls?
reflective look all
yeah.
over the walls. All the angles colliding with each other, and it really lights the place up. You see no motion. Roll perception.
At this point, after firing the third,
+1.
yeah, after firing the third bolt, I'm gonna sheathe that and bring out the sword.
You see no motion. You just stand there, ready. Not with that roll, anyways. You don't.
It's all tense. I'm basically just like my eyes are like darting around.
Roll perception again. +3 to hide.
16.
You will get some luck points back if you kill this thing.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about spending 5 just to bump that to 15. So what I would need 7.
It's 16.
16
so,
total, so
yeah.
I need 7. Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. Good. You see motion along this wall. Body darts between 2 rocks. Stops. Just slightly.
Now is this shallow like it is over here, or is there like some depth?
You're knee deep right now.
Okay. Well, shallow.
But
yeah.
it gets much deeper.
right. It's like,
yeah.
Okay.
But he's kind of clinging along sort of to the base. As far away from the lights as he can.
Right.
You see flutters of motion that you assume must be him.
I'm gonna step inside and kind of put myself along the wall there. I'm gonna put my shield pretty much like right in front of me, right above the water. Top of the water.
You see him dart through the water quickly, with great intensity, and not even trying to hide as much, bearing straight for you.
All right, let's roll initiative.
Roll initiative. It's +4.
Oh!
All right. You can see as he dashes towards you, he's not looking to jump up at you. He's making a grab
like
for your legs.
Submarine tackle me.
Yeah, like if he pulled
kinda
you over
hoping
that
he
way,
would.
he could drag you into the deep water real quick.
I like to do as he's like coming at me. I want to, so my shield's in front of me. I want to actually like pick my shield up and like turn it. I want to bring it down and kind of either hit him with the shield or hit him with bang him down in the water. You know what I mean?
All right, well, you won the initiative roll, and you have chosen to use 1 charge of the ring, so I just have to roll a reflex for him. +4.
All right.
Not enough.
Yes.
A massive
Fucking water.
splash of water up at you and around. It kind of like makes a little hollow crater in the water for a moment that splashes around, and his little form just goes down and slams into the rocks a few feet below him that are sloping down. All right, roll 1d6 damage. You see the rippling form just kind of float down. you feel the center light the magic beginning to give. You can willfully maintain it,
I will for now.
all right. And a few moments later, you feel the others begin to.
I'll keep all three of them going for now.
All right.
While I just kind of like temporarily like look at each one,
Mm-hmm.
and they start to dim, and then
Yeah.
and I look back at him. Is he moving or is he?
Looks still. It's still kind of sliding, drifting down.
Like, Skyrim with the body just like slides down the train.
Yeah.
I'm going to start walking over this way and watching him the entire time.
With that move, you make your way across.
As I walk up the steps.
Small room. At the far end, there is a little stack of stones, which are sealed off with a large, flat stone slab over it. Very simple as you can be, basically.
Interesting. All right, I'll walk over, put my shit away. Now this cover so that I can physically push. Is it too heavy?
No, it's be very heavy for a method, but you can heave it.
Can I just shove it off to the side?
Oh, you can just lift it and set it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's only about like this big and about this thick, so it's got heft to it. But you can.
But yeah, it's not like 100 pounds.
No.
See what's inside.
Inside, you see a little scattering of coins. They're all shiny. They look like they've all been shined. They're in like all very good condition.
Interesting.
You know, something's been sitting around for a while. You know,
Yeah,
just
tarnishes
all,
and stuff.
Tarnishes.
Right.
No, this has been maintained to be nice and shiny.
Huh.
A few copper, a few silver, a few gold pieces.
I'm taking all this.
Yeah, oh, I know. I
Okay.
assume, yeah. You pocket the stuff, and you see, as you're pulling these things away, that underneath something is buried. These have all been piled on top of something else. What would you like it to be? Something small, perhaps even something mildly magical. Something shiny, because these things prize shiny objects.
About some kind of like, I'm trying to think of all this stuff I have. I got a belt buckle and clasp stuff. I'm thinking something like that we could go into a headpiece, like a band, some kind. You know what I mean? Like a centerpiece for a.
Perhaps fitted into your helmet,
Yeah, something like that.
like a jeweled thing
Yeah.
that could be set in some form. I like that. What does it do? You could even have it mimic a feat if you wanted. Improved initiative. Do you have improved initiative?
Yeah.
And it could be a +2 to initiative. I'd allow that.
Actually, yeah, I think we'll just go with that. I really like that, like the initiative
Cool.
thing. I think that'll work.
You know what? We'll even give another power to that thing. You can even re-roll initiative once a day. With
with the gem?
with the gemstone.
Oh,
How's that sound?
sweet. I like
Alright.
that.
Cool. Well,
I got it.
frequently.
6th sense gem. I like that.
You head out. Lights still aglow. Makes it easier. You make your way across.
As I'm leaving, maybe they kind of slowly fade away.
As you move across, though, you see that the body is no longer where it had settled to.
But I can't see where he's. Oh, is he still alive? No. I can ask yes no questions.
Yeah.
3 times. Yeah, is he still alive?
Yes.
Hold on. You just three questions of game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he still here?
No.
Well, I'll confidently make my way to the door and wait right there. Is he waiting for me outside?
Yes.
Alright. He's got to drop on me. I wonder where he's gonna be. Alright. At least it doesn't have cover at night, so that's not too bad. Goes to our advantage. Bring out sword and shield. I'm going to kind of peek out the cave entrance if I can and just look out at what I'm capable of seeing. See if it's there. Now, do I have the +2 initiative with this thing just like in my presence?
You're out of yes or no questions.
Oh, alright. that's true. Well, everything's in a bag, so.
You walk slowly, carefully out.
As I'm looking around for him, I also want to look up.
You don't see him above you.
Is it daytime?
Yeah.
Alright. In that case, I'm going to start walking towards the beach because
You're about to begin walking towards the beach. And he splashes up on the other end. And he's got blood pouring down his cracked head. And looks furious. And his gills begin to flutter. And creates a strange, high-pitched noise. He splashes down again. You see motion, not just here, but here and here. He zooms forward. The fluttering of the gills, the high-pitched noise, is used to summon two other methods, so to speak.
Alright. Let's do this.
Initiative.
We're focused on him first. This is the one that's closest to dead. Oy vey.
The 18.
I didn't spend that many. Oh, I have that many points.
He flies in towards you, looking to grab your legs as these other two come in towards you, slightly behind him. But none of them look to be popping out. They're all looking like they're trying to swarm you and probably drag you under, which seems to be their best bet with you. Oh, you have a +2 to your initiative, by the way.
Nice.
So it need only be close to you. Touch attack. Touch armor 11. +4. Ooh, does not make it. The other two make their attacks as well. That one definitely gets it. And you could spend 4 luck points, to take this one's roll down. Otherwise, you're going to have two of them.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Grappling you. I'd advise it. You quickly dance away from the first one's grasp, and also from the second one's. But the third one, by that one, has you knows right where you're going to land, and grabs at your ankle. And grapple. See if he tugs you under.
I've wasted those 20s.
+4. 12.
How is my armor class anyways?
Well, we're doing touch right now. It's not affecting it. They're grabbing onto your armor.
Right. I'm going to leave the rest of my points to win that, so I can't do it.
He pulls you down, and you get one reflex roll to try and grab onto a rock and keep from being pulled literally under. Reflex 12.
Holy freaking vey.
You are dragged under. Reroll initiative. A couple charges left, and you need only give the word.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it on him. Well, straighten me under to free myself. Yeah.
The others make a grab for your legs, but you manage to just kind of kick at them. It's just frantic and madness, and this one's got a solid grip and is still pulling on you. And you're just fighting with your life to kick these guys away. And with that, you're able to take a swing.
Well, I'll blast him. Just basically come around and just block him and blast him in this direction as far as that ring can send him.
It sends him hurling back through the water. There's a ripple wave through the water, and since you're under it, you kind of feel just a little bit of the wave, and it is like mildly disorienting to you for a moment. But you see the others who are just like feverishly clawing at you, even though you didn't hit them. When the pulse wave crosses past them, it's like they go limp and start floating back.
Interesting. All right, I'm taking some advantage here. I need to get out of the water.
You just make a mad dash. It's not that far across. You just, and while they're not moving, you
I have my opportunity.
you get yourself a fair distance away, and before you turn back over your shoulder, and then you see them rising up and just a little bit above the water and staring you down. And as you get further away, they just start to wind up. Go back down. You head back to Fallcrest, feeling good. People, of course, greet you along the way, and you're pretty dry by the time you're back. But you're pretty wore out, so you take the rest of the day.
Yeah, almost being drowned and dying is takes its toll.
It does. So you head to the market, get some food, get some drink. Enjoy yourself. That night, serve some drinks, head to bed. And that is where we leave Fallcrest and return to our native reality.
Awesome. That was really good.
Well played, my friend.